Today, I wanted to talk about black women going places that they are not wanted, and then acting shocked at. I really think that this idea of black women almost forcing themselves, their presence on groups of men or areas or spaces where they know that they're not going to be received properly and expecting good treatment is like really strange to me. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Like today I saw a video of Chris Brown's DJ shaming a dark-skinned black woman at Breezy Bowl. She was minding her business, just having a good time. She paid her hard-earned money. She's vibing out. In my opinion, her chest looked fine. He tells this lady that she should have wore two bras while she's on the big screen for everybody to see. He humiliates her. Now, all the black women that I've seen repost this are acting flabbergasted. Oh, I can't believe Chris Brown's DJ would disrespect this black woman. I can't believe it. How dare he? You are at Chris Brown's tour, Breezy Bowl, a black man that doesn't respect black women. He's shown that a million different ways. Not only does he not respect black women, he doesn't even like the women that are putting him on his pedestal and calling him so fine and attractive and all of that. Why would you expect a man that's connected with him to have this deep reverence and respect for black women, especially dark-skinned black women? Seeing as though he definitely says, does the paper bag test when it comes to letting black women in his space and his section. I just, for the life of me, it doesn't make any sense. Why black women would be surprised that Chris Brown's DJ, not only Chris Brown who gave money to Tory Lanez, why would you think that, huh? Why would you think that black women would be respected there? I don't care how many pictures that he takes with you, behind you, doggy style, because of your weird preference to pay a man to pretend to like you. You want to pay him $1,000 to take a picture with you because you're a loser. I just don't understand it. And so I wanted to talk about that, number one. Number two, I wanted to talk about black women's desire to be lusted after by men who don't find them attractive, don't respect them, and only will use them to their own ends. Like I would like to talk about that. And I talk about this a lot, number three, but this is something that really needs to be talked about, like black women's desperation. At this point, I do believe that it's known to the world. And I do understand that there's nuance to black women's desperation, that a lot of that stems from black men's disloyalty is their self-hatred of not only themselves, but also the women that they come from. I'm not saying that I don't understand where black women's desperation comes from, but the fact that the world knows it now should be enough for you to course correct. The fact that the world knows that black women are desperate and all someone has to do is say something nice or positive to a black woman and she is going to throw her wallet, her debit card, her credit card, her draws at, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think at this point, black women have got to start course correcting and being like, you know what? Like, we got to stop this. We got to stop putting people on a pedestal or desiring and yearning for validation from people that do not care. Hey, how you doing, Lift with Liz? Hey, how you doing, Miss Supervillain? Number four, I wanted to talk about black women must do better. But the root cause, you know, of all of these actions, like I said earlier, that black women are doing is because of the black man and his inadequacy and self-hatred. Let's see here. Iman 67, the Red Pill Forum says black women, we can talk about black men and who they chase after. Exactly, seeing as though black men are the most divorced, they make the most single mothers. Like exactly what choices are black men choosing? I would like to ask that question before we address Black women. What good choices are Black men making in partners that we could follow your lead on? Iman, 67. Can you answer that question? What choices are Black men making in parenting and marriage that yeah, exactly. I didn't think that you would say anything. And that's what I mean. Like, I'm so sorry you thought it was a safe space to say anything. Now, you notice that when you ask these red pill losers, red pill lamos, like exactly what you get, you can type, I'm blocking you. You're getting blocked because the fact that you can type in my chat, but you couldn't answer my direct question, that lets me know you're a loser and a lame. And you don't have a leg to stand on. So once again, answer my question. I sent you one more invite. I'll give you one more chance. What are Black men doing as far as relationships and marriages that Black women can follow your lead on? What stats do Black men lead in as far as marriage and partnership? What how do we know that you're making the right choices in women? You there? I'm waiting. And I would like, actual statistics, and you can tell me where you got your sources. Because Black men are the least married, and their lifetime marriage rate is actually lower than Black women's. And since men are the ones that are in control of asking someone to marry them for the most part, 99% of the time, that should let you know that Black men aren't choosing anyone. Also, the fact that Black men also make the most single mothers. Any race of woman that engages with a Black man has an increased risk of becoming a single mother. So, exactly what would Black women need to take the lead from Black men on? I would love to hear it. I would love, love, love to hear it. Like, where are these great options within the community of Black men that Black women can choose from? Would love to hear it. Okay. All right. We'll just meet you up, and let's see here. Let's see here. A lot of these choices come from the poor choices that Black men make. Like, and the things that y'all say is like it's never rooted in any type of fact. Black men are the most incarcerated. Black men are the most violent, not only to Black women, but also towards each other. You make the most single mothers. You're the least employed race of man and the least married race of man and the man that is the quickest to abandon their children. So, exactly what are you talking about? That's what I need to know. So how does that poor choices that Black women made when that's your own behavior? Even yourself, you can't even speak coherently and answer my question. So that should let you know. And this is a man that claims to be educated and had something to say about Black women. That's what I find to be disturbing is that there are a lot of Black men that are uneducated, cannot critically think, are incapable of actually giving you any type of things that are based in fact, as opposed to no, the quality Black men are not ignored. I think a lot of times when y'all say that, y'all mean that y'all are ugly and that y'all are you might have a job working somewhere and you think that that means that women are supposed to be attracted to you, that women are supposed to pay attention to you, and that is not the truth. If there's a good Black woman that went to school and she's a great woman, but you don't find her attractive or you don't like her body, you don't engage with that woman. But for some reason, a lot of you red pill weirdos are very ugly, and y'all think that women owe you their attraction and to be with you, and that means that you're this good quality man being ignored. No, you're just an ugly man that's not being chosen. Y'all don't have any problems doing that to women. It's very weird. Like I said, I don't share the same man. Iman, I'm married. Maybe your mom did. Maybe your mom shared the same man with somebody else, your daddy, which is the reason why you're here miserable and bitter on this live. It could be that your mother did that. But I think a lot of y'all have issues with your mothers because really, at the end of the day, y'all shouldn't have been born. If your mother would have made a better decision and not chose a lame like your dad, then you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even exist. And that's the reason why you're in the live panel now being lame, because you come from a lineage of lame men. But you don't know that because you don't know your daddy. But anyway, let me go down here to Supervillain. Go ahead, Supervillain.
Good morning. Good morning. I don't know. I want to answer the prompt, but to the guy that was saying like the behavior is based on the choices of black women as well. I just want to say this, and I said this yesterday. I recently found out that Jadakiss like had a good upbringing. He went to private school, had both parents in his life, but he's a gangster rapper. Like it's not just the quote unquote single mother households, which by the way, a lot of them grow up in single mother households and still have a good upbringing. They don't like to say that part. But the ones who will also have two parents in their house had the privilege of going to private school and opportunities also choose degeneracy at the end of the day. So again, this is what I'm saying, and I'm not saying parenthood doesn't have a big part of your life, but once they become adults, they are choosing this degenerate lifestyle. There's literally nothing you can do. You can raise them the best. Again, put them in private school. They be nowhere around any of this type of behavior, and they still choose to do it in their adult life. Jadakiss could have been anything. He became a gangster rapper, which makes no sense to me. He has nothing to do with any of that lifestyle. And this is a lot of the people's story. T.I.'s son, he's a criminal. Why? He went to private school his whole life. His father was a degenerate, but his father didn't put him in that lifestyle. Like they are actively choosing to make these wrong decisions. And can I just say the one thing that's and listen, I'm gonna hold us black women accountable. The one
Hey,
decision I
Supervillain. Supervillain, did
yes.
you see what Dottie said in the comments? He said that providing finances doesn't make you a great parent and that you gave a bad example. I think your example was great, but I just want you to know what he said in the comments.
And this is why I will never win this argument. This is why I tell black women to stop having this argument. Because if it was a single mother not having the finances and not having the father in the home is the issue. Now that both parents are in the home and they have access to private school, good education, and opportunities outside of free summer camp, well, then what is it? You have these men who will come from loving homes. They have wonderful mothers, and they still choose degeneracy. That's just the point. So he can think I made a bad point, but they're always going to move the goalposts because one thing they're never going to do is take accountability. I'm not surprised. I was going to say the one thing, and this is what this is what taking accountability looks like. If he's still in here, I will never understand black women, our desire for felons. And it's not like we desire the felons that are social justice warriors out on the front line doing things like activism and get arrested. We are choosing violent, questionable offenders. Why? That is one conversation I just really need to have because, again, this beautiful black lawyer in Atlanta in that RICO case decided to have a baby with her felon that she's defending. I Out of all the lawyers that go in and out of that place, and I'm not saying them being a lawyer will make them a better person, but we for damn sure know that a felon ain't gonna be the answer. Why are we doing this? I yield.
Oh, sorry, I had to unmute myself. I got you, super villain. I think that Dottie is missing a point. The point is this: is that people oftentimes say that the only thing that you need to make a child be great is a father's presence, a man being there, and time again, that proves it's proven that that is not the case. That it is outside influences a lot of times that change the trajectory of a young man's life. It's not necessarily a father being there. There are great, fantastic men that have been raised by single mothers, and there are also horrible men that have been raised by a two-parent household. Well then, okay, Dottie, then if you agree, then what are you talking about? then you don't. Then what did you? What are you talking about? You don't disagree with anything that anybody was saying. So what are you talking about? Go ahead and speak. I sent you a request. What are you? What are we discussing?
The Jadakiss example.
There's
The
nothing
fact
wrong with the Jadakiss example. We're saying he came
several.
from a two-parent household and he had a good family life, but yet he chose out to seek out thugdom, thuggery, foolishness, coonery,
Can I speak?
niggerdom.
Can I speak?
You can speak when I'm done speaking.
I mean, you asked me to speak and then continued speaking.
And I can do that because it's who's live. Is it Dottie's or is it mine?
I mean, we're both humans.
Okay,
Respect goes is a
but this
two-way
ain't
street.
your live, homie.
That's
It's
fine.
mine.
You asked for
So
my
once again,
opinion,
okay,
homie.
so did you okay, then I don't need your opinion. So you can go ahead and
You
drop it.
asked for it,
Okay,
but
well, I'm gonna
this
go
is why
ahead and
y'all
let you
don't get
have
the
it. Goodbye.
respect.
Have a great day. Cause what you're not gonna do is play in my face. What you're not gonna do is try to tell me what I can do and what I can't do, and tell me that I asked about your opinion. The only reason why I brought you up here is to dismantle what you said. But I'm sorry that you got into it to where you thought that I actually cared about your opinion. I'm that's my fault. My bad. I'll take accountability for me making you feel like you were bigger than the program, or making you feel like I cared about your opinion. I don't. I'm gonna show you that I don't care by blocking you right now. You have a great day, sir. Goodbye. See you later. You're blocked. Okay, so let me go down here to he's blocked. He gone, because it was just like, what are you talking about? The Jadakiss example was a perfect example because it will show you that it doesn't matter if your parents give you access to a great life as a black man, a great life, educational opportunities, money. You're not growing up in the hood struggling. That there are still some men that choose that life. So it's like it's outside of the parents' hands, is what people were saying. It's just like what? Oh,
And Trig, real quick, you could tell, and you know what, you never know what goes on behind closed doors. That's with anybody. But even in the interview, you can tell his father was very loving. He was very like hugging his son and boosting him up. You could tell that was a father who loved his son. His father was very loving. He was even embarrassed when his father would hug him and do this thing because he puts on this macho gangster pers- mass. All the while you got a loving dad, loving parents, great opportunity, grew up with private school and whatever opportunity he had. You could tell Jadakiss was embarrassed because he has this persona where he's a gangster. And he didn't have to be. So I just want to throw that in there. If you ever see the interview, his father's very loving and touching and hugging his son and all that.
yeah, I definitely understood what you were saying, super villain, for sure. It was just he was irritating me because he was talking in the comments like he knew something and he didn't know nothing at all. But let me go down here to um let's see here. Crimes. I'll just call you Crimes. Go ahead.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I watch your videos on YouTube and I like your videos.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I've also been on the live before, but I don't know if you remember me, but it's okay. So I think I feel like what we're talking about kind of reminds me of like Mariah the Scientist, with her obsession with Young Thug. I think it kind of goes back into like, okay, so I was reading this book. It was called White Women's Rights. I think everybody should go read that book because it's so good. But it basically talks about how white women were able to gain access and freedom and the original feminist movement. And they were able to gain their independence and their freedom through the colonial project that is civilizing black people, right? And brown people. And it says basically, they were like, well, yeah, we're white, but we're also women. That automatically makes us morally pure and more righteous, even more so than white men. How do black women tie into this? Black women from the suburbs have taken on the reins of believing that it is their job, and women in general, right? Believe that it is their job to civilize these men. You cannot civilize him. He don't want to be civilized, girl. He want to run the streets. He want to be a thug. But they don't get it. You can't civilize him. No amount of love and punani is going to make that man act right. And that's all I had to say.
All right, all right, all right. I got you. I got you. All right, you guys, today. So I did want to just let y'all know why I decided to make the live today. And it was because I saw a video of a dark-skinned black woman. She was plus size. She was at Chris Brown's concert at Breezy Bowl. She was having a good time, enjoying herself. She looked cute. The DJ put her on the big screen and said that she needed to wear two bras. Now, personally, I thought her breasts, was sitting right. They look fine to me. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But they look fine to me. You know what I'm saying? And all these black women I see stitching this video saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I can't believe this black woman was disrespected at Chris Brown's concert. I can't believe his DJ would dare disrespect this plus size, dark skinned black woman. She was just minding her business. She was just enjoying herself. How dare he? And this is where I feel like black women have lost their freaking mind. You go to one of the I know Pied Piper is the name they use for R. Kelly, but this time I'm going to use it for Chris Brown. You got the Pied Piper of domestic violence and the paper bag test, and you feel like you're going to be in an area with that man, and you think that the people that are associated with them are going to respect black women? Huh? That's what you thought. You thought bringing your dark skinned self there, there's nothing wrong with being dark skinned. I don't want nobody to think that, but you bringing your dark skinned, plus size, black self there, you and being a black woman, a woman at that, you thought that you were going to get respect from Chris Brown and his people? What? That's probably another day at the office for them. And this is what I mean when I say that black women really I just don't understand it. They go places where they're not wanted and then act shocked at people playing in their faces. Like, yes, Chris Brown wants you there because you can pay his bills. But do you think that really, if he had an opportunity to where he could make all of the money that he makes now and only have his concerts filled with, Blasian or Asian women outright, pure Asian women that are there, to be his concerts? Do you think that he would rather those women be there if he could have that, or you? Like, and I black women's fascination with men that do not like them. I've got to find out what the reason is for that. Truthfully, I do not understand it. Oh, and you know what, Miss Chrissy baby, he likes the Asian women that cosplay as black women. So he wants some of the black woman aesthetic and the black seasoning, but he does not want the actual blackness to be there. And the biggest, outlier of what a man truly prefers is, who is he reproducing with? Who is he procreating with? Who is he having children with? Sister, is it you? Is it somebody that looks like you? No? So then what in the world why are you putting this man on a pedestal? I just don't understand it. And this is what I'm saying when I say that black women at this point, we got to figure out something, because black women's desperation is known to the world. Let me block this person, Oil Rock. I don't know who you are or why you brought yourself here, but you're gone. As I was saying, like, I really think that white tea men, all they know is that all they have to do is say, "Hey, how you doing, sister?" Next thing you know, black women are offering them the deeds to their homes, offering them their kidneys, offering them a piece of their liver, offering them a lung. You know what I'm saying? All somebody has to tell a black woman is, "Hey, how you doing? I like I like I like chocolate," or something like that. When can we stop this? Truthfully, I need to know when this can be stopped, because I am, for one, am tired of it. But let me add this person, Marie. Did you have something to say, Marie?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, for one, I think, okay, Chris Brown, we do know of him dating black women. So it's not like he doesn't like
What
black
black
women.
women?
He's dated Rihanna.
Who he
He's
beat
dated
breaks off of? Or are we talking about a different Rihanna? You mean the
she was
Rihanna who he beat the brakes off of, and bit on, or somebody else?
okay, I think they had a volatile relationship. I
Yeah,
mean,
okay. So who he went to, he had a whole court case that he got sentenced for. Did Rihanna get sentenced to anything, or was it just him?
Didn't Rihanna take him back right after that? They were
Okay, so
they,
once again, just tell me
so
what
you
other
can't be
black
more mad
women,
than Rihanna.
what black women has Chris Brown dated,
You
ma'am?
can't be
Other
more
than
mad
the
than
lady that he
Rihanna.
beat the brakes off
It's
of.
what I'm telling you. You're more mad than Rihanna.
Okay,
Rihanna
so once again, okay, you're one of the women, black women I'm talking about. Okay, I get you. You're a delusional black woman that Chris Brown would never talk to ever. He would
I don't
never
like
want you. He would never sleep with you. He would never uplift you. If
I
you
don't like
approached him outside, he would have security escort you from around him, baby.
I don't like
So you arguing with me, another black woman, in
arguing with
defense
you.
of a man is the most pick-me-est, psychotic behavior that you could ever show.
I'm
Chris
not
Brown
arguing.
does not like you. Chris Brown does not want you. Chris Brown does not know you. Chris Brown would never touch you. Chris Brown would never give you a lick of penis, not a piece of sausage. Unless you had $1,000 to take a picture where he will pretend to like you, he would never ever have you in his presence. So once again, what other black women other than Rihanna, who he beat the brakes off of, have you seen him with, ma'am?
He was with
Tell
Karuchi.
me.
Karuchi.
Karuchi is not a black woman.
He is a
She
black
is
woman.
a Asian and black woman. She is
He's
a
black. That means you're
biracial
black.
woman. She
That
is
means you're
not
black.
a black woman, nor does she look like the
That is
collective of monoracial women, monoracial black women. So once again, what black woman, fully black woman that has two black parents and black grandparents, do you know that he's dated? Ma'am, please. Who?
those are the only two. But he
Oh,
hasn't.
okay. All right
But
then.
here's the thing.
I
He
got you.
hasn't
Goodbye.
married.
Goodbye. Goodbye. See you later. Exactly. None. This is exactly, I'm so glad that lady came up here because these are the type of black women that be in the comment sections. You can never make me hate you, Christopher Maurice Brown. I don't care if you call me a darkie. I don't care if you call me a burnt piece of coal. I don't care if you call me nappy-headed. I will still be there right there on my hands and knees, hoping that if I use myself as a human carpet, you will wipe your feet on me. That is so, I mean, I don't, what? Like, as black women, are y'all not embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed? This lady sat there and said that Chris Brown and Rihanna had a volatile relationship like she was there. Like she was there. What? Like, am I in a fantasy? Like, what is this a joke? You know what, y'all, just in fairness, I'm gonna give this lady 2 minutes to speak uninterrupted. Marie, I'm gonna respond. I'm gonna let you back in the box. Don't say nothing crazy to me because you already giving very disrespectful energy. Don't say nothing to me. Just say what you got to say about the prompt because I'm gonna drop you immediately if you say anything else. Okay? We got that clear. Go ahead,
Okay.
Marie.
I don't think I ever disrespected you.
Go
I don't. I
ahead.
think.
Go ahead, Marie.
But I feel like as black women, I feel like we have to stop being concerned about black men dating outside the race. It's really not. If you have a preference like me, I don't like short men. I don't like Chris Brown. So if you think I'm coming up here talking about Chris Brown, I do not like Chris Brown. He's not even my type. I like athletes. My husband was an athlete, so I don't like Chris Brown. But at the end of the day, yes, Chris Brown has dated black women. He dates other type of women. When you're in that setting, most famous men date other races also. They date black women. But at the end of the day, Chris Brown has not married anybody. He has not married an Asian. He has not married a white woman. He has not married a black woman. So it doesn't matter who he dates. He's young. So dating means nothing. So he hasn't showed you his hand of who he really likes. And I think black women, we have to stop being concerned about black men. Even if we think they don't like us like that, it's not that serious. You're getting really upset about something. I said one sentence and you're upset that Chris Brown is dating outside of his race.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there, Marie. Okay, and then I'll let you respond back to me. Okay, and I'll restart your timer. Number one, I'm not upset that Chris Brown is not dating black women. I think it's fantastic that Chris Brown is not dating black women. That's number one. He's a violent individual, not just violent to women, but also violent to men. That can be backed up with a quick Google search. So I don't care. What I'm saying is that my problem is black women supporting a man who put in a song that he's only talking to the bees with good hair. I am upset with black women deifying a man that has told black women on record, plenty of black women have said this, that he said, hey, I don't want you guys in my section. You're too dark. I don't want black women in my section. I don't want you guys there unless you're biracial or you're not black at all. I don't want you in my section. That's the problem that I have. And a preference is not, if you're a black person, you saying your preference is other races, that is not the same as saying you don't like somebody that's too tall or too short or body type or something like that. That's rooted in self-hatred. So once again, I don't understand what you're saying. My purpose is not to get Chris Brown to love black women or to like black women or anything of that nature. My problem is with black women here, is that black women have got to stop putting men who do not like them on a pedestal, supporting them when these men look down on them. When these men would say, hey, get your black side of my section. I don't want you. Where are the foreigners at? Where are Latinas at? That is what I'm saying. And you mentioning who he doesn't marry, most black men don't get married. So you saying that he's not married means nothing, nor is he young. He's in his 30s, mid 30s at that. He's not young. So I don't understand where you're coming from. Like I said, but the whole idea that you came up here is definitely rooted in the protection of him. And I have no idea why you would do that when if the situation presented himself, he would never protect and stand up and defend you as a, because sounding from your voice, you're probably a monoracial black woman. He would never stand up for you that way. But I'm going to go ahead and let you speak again. I'll set your timer back where I interrupted, which was at the minute mark. Go ahead, Marie.
I don't need him to protect me. I have a husband, and I think that we're concerned about if Chris Brown.
But that's what
Nobody,
I'm saying. If you have a husband, then why are you protecting Chris Brown?
but
Why are you
nobody.
protecting somebody that's not your
Okay,
husband?
you want to go? I don't want to talk over you.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, why are you protecting somebody that's not your husband? If
No, I'm
that's what
saying
this is
no,
about.
that's not what I said. I said that I don't need him to protect me because I have a husband.
I know,
So
so he needs you to protect him, though.
no, I'm not protecting him at all. I'm just talking to you as another black woman saying, listen, a preference. Number one, we don't know. First of all, black women have good hair too. I have good hair, and I'm black. I'm all black.
What's good hair?
I don't get perms. I don't need to get perms. All I need is flat iron my hair. I don't get perms. My hair is straight.
So good hair is straight hair?
Well, that's good hair.
Oh my God. Are y'all,
This
are,
is
y'all, do y'all hear this?
I
Okay,
have good hair,
yeah.
and my hair is 4C.
Do y'all hear this?
It's nappy. I got a big old puff. I got good hair too. I got that African Nigerian hair. Good hair is healthy hair, not non-black hair. Okay.
I have non-black hair. I'm fully black.
This is scary.
That's where the white tea proximity. You know what?
I don't
Go
have
ahead,
non-black
Trey.
hair. I take offense to that. There's black people with good hair.
That's
No, you're one
every
of them.
black person has good hair.
I
Not
know,
just
Marie.
you,
You're
Marie.
one of
Every
them.
black person has good hair. Why are you mad at Chris Brown for saying he only wants good hair? So you're
Because
talking.
we know what type of hair he's talking about, and he's talking
Well, how
about
do
the
you
hair
know? 'Cause
that's on black women's head. What are you
But
talking about?
you just said all black people have good hair. So obviously,
Because he doesn't think that, Marie.
how do
He
you know what
thinks
he? Have
that
you
a
ever
black
talked to
woman
Chris
with
Brown?
4C hair or with kinky hair, that's bad hair, Marie.
But
Please
here's
read between the lines. What are you talking about?
my thing.
You
Here's my
just
thing.
sat there and said that good hair was straight hair.
He's dating
You let
somebody
me
that
know
does
that
not
you
have
are.
good hair.
Look, Marie. Let's be real here.
It's not good
You
hair.
are completely buck broken mentally, and it's really scary. I mean, I already knew that as a black woman, any black woman that would come up here and position himself in a position of defense against Chris Brown is already one sick Negro. Shout out to Dr. Umar, one sick Negro. But you saying, you talking about you have good hair because it's straight, and you acting like you don't understand what we're saying is actually scary at this point, Marie. I actually, at first I thought it was funny, but
Many
I
of men
think you
that I
may need
have
some
good
help.
hair.
I think you
I'm
need some
told
help,
by many
Marie.
of men that I have good hair. So what do you want me to say? Like
And
I'm
then
just
that just means you're with self-hating Negroes, which is not surprising since you like Chris Brown. It just means that the
what is
men that you
self-hate?
invite into your circle and invite into your body are self-hating. That's
Chris Brown
all.
doesn't like anybody with weed. So what? So it is
Marie,
what it is.
you think your hair is good because it has less proximity to Africanness or
No, I think my hair is good
less
because I don't have to
Afro. You
use
just said all you
chemicals.
need is water and it lays straight. We
Okay,
know
I'm not here to discuss good
predominantly that
hair.
straight hair
Okay,
is
ma'am. I'm
not.
not here to discuss good hair. I'm not here that.
Then you shouldn't have said it. Or were you done, supervillain?
Y'all
See,
asked me.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not surprised because coming up here to defend Chris Brown wasn't
I'm
even
not
the point.
defending him.
Marie,
You
coming
are.
up, you were missing the whole point. The whole point of Trig's example is that a dark skinned woman is fraternizing a Chris Brown concert, and then other women got upset that she was made fun of when he obviously don't like dark skinned women.
What happened with the dark skin woman?
We're talking about women's behavior, and you heard Chris Brown and got triggered. That's the whole thing. It wasn't
No, because
about Chris
that's
Brown. We don't give a
I
damn.
didn't hear Chris Brown and got
Marie,
triggered. I didn't
stop.
know you were
Marie,
talking
stop.
about.
You didn't hear because you're talking and you're not listening. I'm trying to tell you. The whole point wasn't about Chris Brown's preference. We know in 2025 that Chris Brown don't like dark-skinned black women. The point is, why are dark-skinned black women still buying Chris Brown tickets and being offended when they're disrespected at his concert? That was the point. But again, because y'all pick me's heard Chris Brown, y'all went insane. We were talking about dark-skinned women behavior. We weren't. That was the point.
So because he doesn't, his preference is not
Girl,
dark.
you're still talking about Chris Brown.
You don't
It's not
care
about
about Chris
Chris
Brown.
Brown.
Thank
Okay,
you.
let's say there's an actor who says my preference.
Yeah, Marie. We don't care about Chris Brown. We don't want to talk about
We were
him.
talking
We
about
don't want
Chris
to talk about an actor. We don't want to talk about none of that. So if you want to talk about the topic, let's talk
Why
about
you so
why
mad?
black women.
Conversation. We gotta stop with the
No,
yelling.
you gotta stop. You just sat there and said that you had good hair, Marie. You just said that Rihanna and Chris Brown were in a volatile relationship. Like
Right.
there's something wrong with you, Marie.
You're more mad about the situation of Rihanna. You
No,
can't be
I'm
more mad.
Marie. There's something wrong with you. I'm not more mad about the situation with Rihanna. I'm not. I'm just calling out what you're doing. It's very strange, ma'am. It's very weird. It's
It's strange
very
what you're
weird
doing because
that
you're
you
not
came
letting me
up
have a
here.
conversation with you. You're yelling.
You came up here to defend the man. I'm sorry, I just speak loudly. I'm not yelling, but you came up here, but let me lower my voice so that it does not offend your sensibilities.
Yes,
You
please.
came up here to defend Chris Brown. So that was
I did
already
not.
strike one. Okay.
I did not.
Yes, you did. Then
No,
number
you
two,
can't tell me what I came up
number
here to
two.
do.
Well, I'm going to tell you what you did because it's my life, and that's what I'm saying, and that's what any other woman would say up here. Excuse me, ladies, is that what you did or no? Am I
That's
tripping?
what
Y'all
you
can let
took
me
it.
know. Miss Chrissy, baby, Supervillain, either one of y'all can unmute yourself and y'all let me know. And also, if the ladies in the chat, if y'all could drop a one, if y'all think that that's what she did as well. Anybody in the chat, could y'all please drop a one
She
or
I was
heard
yes
talking
Chris
and
Brown
say,
and went berserk.
the first thing I said
oh,
was
okay,
you being
Marie. Oh, okay.
upset.
All right,
The
Marie.
first thing I said
Okay,
was you
Marie, do
being
you see
upset
that?
as a black
Yo,
woman.
Marie, do you see that or no? I just don't even want to hear you
That's what I
speak.
said.
I just want you to look in the chat. Do you see those, Marie?
Yeah, because
You see
they're
all these
listening to
women?
you.
Do you
If
know
the
they're not
loudest
listening to
person in
me?
the
They're
room,
not listening to
if
me.
you say, if
They're
you,
not
you
listening to me. They're not listening to me. They're
very
not.
convincing,
These are
you're
all
trying
grown women that are
to
capable
make
of.
me a villain, but
Please don't unmute yourself again, or I will drop you.
I'm the
Please
only
don't
villain
unmute
on the
yourself again, or I
panel.
will drop you. And you won't come back. As I was saying, all of these women in the chat are very intelligent women. I don't have a pew pew to their head. I'm nobody. I'm just another black woman like they are. I'm not in control of what they say. That's exactly what you did. So number one, you came here and put yourself in defense of Chris Brown. That's the only reason why you came up here. You heard that man's name. You heard your light-skinned zaddy's name, and you wanted to come up here and defend him, even though you didn't realize the context of what we were saying is
I
that
don't
we
like
were
that shit,
not
man.
talking about Chris Brown. We were more focused on the behavior of black women. Number
I don't
two,
like light
you
skinned men. I like dark
dismiss
skinned men.
you. I don't care what you like.
Well,
Once again,
you're
number
talking
two.
about me, so I'll
Then
let you
once
know.
again, number two, you then brought up the fact that why was I mad about Rihanna's mistreatment? Rihanna and Chris Brown had a volatile relationship, even though one of them was the only one that was sentenced for violence, domestic violence. So my thing is, and then your third strike was that you came up here and you said that you had good hair because your hair lays down with water and your
Ask me
hair is
what's good
straight.
hair.
And then you said that all of the men that you've ever been with have told you that you have good hair. I don't understand why you thought that was a flex. That just means that
I think
you
it was a flex.
attract men that are self-hating because what black man that is aware of himself or what dark-skinned black man, even more importantly, is aware of himself, his history, the cultural impact, and also the historical context of saying good hair and believing that hair that is straighter is more beautiful. That the fact that those men would say that to you lets me
They
know
didn't say it was
the
more
type of
beautiful.
men
That's what
and
you're
the
saying.
quality and caliber of men that you get. That just says it all. That says it all. The type of men that you allow into your circle. So I really don't know what else to say to you about that. But I'm gonna go ahead and move forward, and I'm gonna go to Miss Chrissy, baby.
I can't respond to that.
You can respond soon as everybody else that's up here has had an
Hello.
opportunity to speak. Hello. Yeah. So let me go over here to Miss Chrissy, baby. Did you have something to say, sis?
Yeah, wow. I wanted to clarify something that came out a few months ago. They released the court evidence of what happened with Chris Brown and Rihanna, and everyone kind of had, the gas face because she literally provoked nothing. It was awful, actually. It was really hard to read and listen through. But it wasn't volatile. He absolutely just went unhinged on her in a very ugly way, and she was basically pleading and yelling for help, and someone finally helped her and called police. So that's how she got out of it. So it definitely wasn't like a spat in the car. He was literally attacking her. Back to the subject of women that are outraged about the woman that was disrespected at the Chris Brown concert. Outside of that, I feel like he has 12 assault charges. I don't even understand like the appeal. I mean, I'm sure like maybe it's the attraction to him or anything, but I mean, I think that happens to society a lot. I think black men a lot of times get coddled or things glazed over and he's still exalted. But a black woman can like, I don't know, wear the wrong hairstyle and she's crucified in a public forum. And there's not a lot of accountability or banishment or shame when it comes to black men, no matter what behavior they display. Um, I think it is sad that the woman was called out like that at the concert, but of course it's going to be met with, why would you go to a concert like that when you're not the demographic of women that he respects? I mean, if anyone that lived in Miami or LA or anything, he absolutely kicks not even dark skinned women, anyone that looks monoracial. He really do like pure Asian women around him out in social circles. He has a lot of his social gatherings or people in LA. If you live in LA, they don't even no. If you white with baby hairs, you're good. It's not about who their preference to date, because I think anyone can, if you find where you're loved, that's fine. It's just no, I hardly see when a man have that preference, there seems to come with a lot of disrespect and openly, publicly degradation of black women when they do it. And I think that's the problem. So a woman still going to the concert and he is basically the poster child for a black man that has a preference that disrespect women. That's sad that women are not seeing that, and it's probably because black women are always disrespected and their self-esteem is low. But I don't care who I'm desired by me. Okay, that's it.
All right, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you, Miss Chrissy, baby. Like I said, I think that black women have got to deal with the one-sided worship of men that think that they are beneath them, and I think that that is an important dynamic to consider. Like people saying that they don't need defense, but they would then defend men that wouldn't spit on them if they were on fire. It's a very strange way to be. And I do think that having that type of mentality does open black women up to being taken advantage of, used and abused, and okey doked, which is what happens to black women a lot because they want to, they want to make fetch happen, so to speak. But let me go down here to Mr. Atlanta. And I'll give you a chance to speak. Go ahead, sir. You there? Mr. Atlanta?
I'm here. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Um, it's all about how women was raised. Like women was taught back in those days, like you know what I'm saying, to be like men. So you got to think about how your aunties and uncles was treating y'all back in the day. So that's where a lot of that come from. So you got to think about that. And I'm saying this from personal experience because I've been around women all my life. I live around women, and that's the way they was taught to treat men like that. They wasn't taught how to be wives. So it's about how you conduct yourself as a
What are
woman.
you talking about? What are you talking about? Black women weren't taught how to be wives.
They
Like
wasn't taught that.
were you taught how to be a husband?
Yes.
No, you weren't. That's the reason why black men are the least married race of men in the United States.
No,
36% of y'all are married. Y'all don't even get
no.
married. So how in the world are y'all
The
taught
reason
about something
why
that you don't
the
even
reason
do?
why we don't
Please
get
get
married
out of
because
here.
we
No, the
don't. It's
reason why
not.
nothing. Goodbye. Take your little dusty old buzzer behind off this live. You sound like you should be at Cracker Barrel or something. Getting you the mama's breakfast special. Getting you some doggone hot links. Okay? With that doggone blood pressure voice you got going. Get out of here and go check your blood pressure, your cholesterol level, sir. That's what you need to do right now. Go over there to that doctor and get them LDLs checked. All right? Get out of here. Skedaddle. I just, you know what I'm saying? It's always an old over the hill, you know what I'm saying? Can't get an erection. Black men talking about black women, what they weren't raised to do or weren't raised to be. Talking about black women weren't raised to be wives when black men literally marry the least out of anybody. It doesn't make any sense. Like what black men do you know? And I'm not talking about individual because I am married, but I'm talking about collectively. You guys really think that black men are out here husbanding things up? Like
I
y'all
think
gotta live
so.
in reality, honestly.
I
But
think it depends on your circle. I think
oh,
so.
all right.
Can I
Let me
go
go
real
over
quick
here.
before her Trey? Because I know it's gonna be out of control when she
You
does
can
her.
go ahead, super villain. I gotta go to XOXO too.
Oh,
The
I didn't
pattern.
see. Okay, I just wanted to piggyback off Miss Chrissy baby and the whole. First of all, I'm so disappointed because the whole point of the conversation was to hold ourselves accountable as Black women. It's so annoying when people come in and don't listen for at least 5 minutes or read the prompt. We were talking about a woman's behavior and the outrage that came from a woman being disrespected at a concert by a man who is openly honest about not liking that demographic. Yet that demographic supports him the most. And this is what we're talking about: Black women supporting men, supporting a demographic that hates them. Why do we continue that behavior? And we had to take a 10-minute detour. But we don't get, like, I'm sorry, I have to say this. We know in 2025 that Chris Brown don't like dark-skinned Black women. We could give a damn if, like I say all the time, the best thing Black men can do is not date Black women when they do not like Black women. We're talking about Black women's behavior because you know what? If Black women said, you know what? This, how he treats us isn't right, and pull away their support, guess what? The Asian, the white, the Latinos that he loves so much, I promise you, I promise my last bottom dollar, he will not be making it off their support alone. Black women are the reason why things are trending. And to me, real quick, Trey, to be honest, I can kind of understand a little bit, just a little bit, where Black women get confused because they'll say they love the white tea woman, the Latino woman, the Asian woman, but they ain't gonna go get that country Becky. They not getting Santa Maria straight out of freaking Mexico. They're not getting the Asian they're not getting the little Asian woman that's pure in her culture. They're getting all these women in blackface and Black women fonts. So when you say you love other races of women, but you constantly see them in Black women font, I can understand the confusion. They want, and this is why I tell Black women, y'all, there's nothing wrong with us. They literally hate the literal skin that they're in because they have no problem with Black culture. They just have a problem with your skin being Black. It has nothing to do with Black women because they are self-hating. It's so frustrating because we can't have real conversations because we got to detour and deconstruct. And by the way, Good hair is healthy hair. You can have hair that you only got to use water and got 3 damn strands in your head. 3. I have beautiful hair because my hair is thick, it's 4C, and I can get a whole bunch of hairstyles out of it, including wearing wigs. I yield there. Thank you, Trey.
All right. I appreciate you, supervillain. I'm gonna go down here to XOXO, and then I'm gonna go up there to Marie so that Marie can respond to everything that was said. Go ahead, XOXO. I'll start your timer for you. Go ahead. If you're there, XO.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot that just happened. With homie dude kind of threw me, but yeah. Sorry, everything kind of like throw me with that whole conversation, even with the last ones. This is like, at the end of the day, us as a Black culture, I never want to break down another Black person ever, even if that person doesn't per se want another Black person. Fine, whatever. That's it. Because at the end of the day, there's always going to be Black people who don't like Black people. There's always going to be a Black person who doesn't like themselves. But I'm going to always support the Black person in general. I think dark skin is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I don't know what is going on, and it's always been something with the colorism, and that goes back even to the slavery days, where they try with the Europeans and them trying to say like lighter skin is beautiful. No, it's not. Like, everyone's gonna have their own preference. Me as being whatever skin color I am, I absolutely adore and love darker skin. Like, the darkest of the dark skin is absolutely fucking gorgeous to me. Excuse my language. So it always confuses me when it comes to the conversations and the arguments on why does it even matter the next person's opinion of you? Because at the end of the day, there's always going to be an opinion. There are never going to want us to succeed. They are
Okay.
never going to. Hold on, let me finish. They're never going.
You got 15 seconds.
Okay. They're never going to say, okay, well, because this man, he doesn't like this girl because she's dark skinned, we should take away his support. No, because at the end of the day, they're not going to want the Black culture to succeed in general. So if you strip the identity of the person, what's the purpose?
All right, I got you. Once again, we have another Chris Brown supporter here. I looked at your profile picture. I think you're a very attractive Black woman, darker skinned Black woman. This type of delusion that y'all have in the protection and defense of a man that would tell you that you are too dark to be around in his area and making excuses for it is insane. People can prefer whoever they want to, right? Absolutely. Chris Brown can prefer light-skinned women. He can prefer biracial women. He can prefer cows for all I care. My question is, if you know that someone looks down on you because of the color of your skin and you choose to be in spaces with that person and financially support them and also defend them as two Black women so sadly have come up here to do, that is insane, because there is no part of reality, no part in any type of universe would Chris Brown openly defend your Black behind respectfully. So the fact that you're doing that is honestly, it's pick-meism, it's mammyhood, it's embarrassing, it's desperation.
You're so bitter.
Please don't unmute yourself or I will drop you. And it's really just that simple. You have a great day, sis. Bye-bye. You're dropped. I'm not going to go back and forth with you about it. You're sitting there with your, I honestly, it's a sickness at this point that Black women have. Y'all are really, really sick. And it's scary to me how much y'all yearn and lust for men that would not spit on you if you were on fire. If somebody came and knocked your teeth out, they wouldn't even do a repost for your GoFundMe. They would say you're too dark for that. That is very scary to me, that there are so many Black women that have such low self-esteem and so much of a desire to be a protector for a man that would never do anything for them. That's scary behavior. And that is the reason why people look at Black women as a joke. That's the reason why men out here in the world have no problems calling Black women, we're the meanest, the nastiest, the fattest, the ugliest, the nappy-headedest, the this, the that, the third, because they know at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter if they beat the brakes off of you. It doesn't matter if they disrespect you. It doesn't matter if you go to their concert and you pay your hard-earned money that you work for and you go there and you think that you look cute and their DJ says, oh, no, you don't look cute. Matter of fact, your boobs look saggy. You need to have on 2 bras. It doesn't matter. They know that no matter what they do, there is a very large percentage of Black women that are still going to be there and be like, me next. Disrespect me next. Because at least you're paying attention to me. It doesn't matter if you disrespect me next. I'm next for the disrespect. I don't understand how y'all are not embarrassed by that actual behavior. It's embarrassing and disgusting. And just like that lady that was just up here that I dropped, Amber Doll. Now you see, she wanted to get smart with me, get buck with me, tell me this, that, and the third. But I guarantee you, if Chris Brown called her a black jigaboo, she'll be right there. Oh, Chris Brown, I know you didn't mean it like that. Can I give you $1,000 to take a picture? You look so great. I love the way you dance. But you got all this smoke for me, though. That's crazy that y'all got smoke for me, a Black woman that's trying to tell other Black women that they need to stand up for something and have some freaking self-respect. But y'all got all this smoke for me, but y'all don't got smoke for a man that calls y'all bees and hoes and nappy-headed and ugly. Like, what? What are we talking about, bro? Like, this is actually, but you know what? I'm glad it's happening because I say this stuff that there are so many sick Black women out here. It's at least 50% of us. And I'm glad that you guys can see it in real time, the sickness that some Black women have, and they don't even know it. Like we just had a lady that sat there and talked about having good hair. What? In 2025, when we know where that stems from, we know that stems from white supremacy. And we still have Black people upholding it. What? But okay. Let me go ahead and give I'll give you 2 minutes. Go ahead, Marie.
Yeah, I just think it's crazy that when somebody is saying good hair, we automatically go to a white woman. We automatically go to a Hispanic woman or somebody outside of the Black woman. Black people absolutely have good hair. So I didn't take when anybody says anything about good hair, I don't take that as they're talking about a non-Black woman. And I don't think anybody up here is defending Chris Brown. The first thing I said when I came up here is Black women have to stop being concerned about Black men's preference. My preference is a Black man, a dark-skinned Black man. That doesn't mean I dislike white men. That doesn't mean I dislike other races of Black men. So that doesn't mean that a white man shouldn't give me a job because I wouldn't sleep with him. That's what we're saying here. We're saying that because I wouldn't sleep with a white man, that's deemed as a white man is fair and game to say she doesn't like white people. We shouldn't support her. Who cares about her resume? Like, we can't say that. Being concerned about if Chris Brown will sleep with you and that determines if you go to his concert is absolutely crazy to me. And secondly, we're sitting here talking about what he did in the past about the hitting Rihanna. Chris Brown is paid for that. He's paying for that right now. He will not step into a war show. He won't step in anything. These white people crucified him so bad about Rihanna. It's crazy. So I just feel like just because someone is sitting here talking about like the fairness of that, because I don't want people to think a preference means you hate a group of a group of people. I certainly don't hate other races. I just want a Black man. I like dark-skinned Black men. I don't think a light-skinned Black man should crucify me for saying that. What does that mean to a light-skinned Black man? He should say he shouldn't hire me because I like dark-skinned Black men? That's wild.
Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and address what you said. Number one, you keep making an argument that was never made. No one said anything about Chris Brown having a preference. That's number one. But what I said was, please don't interrupt me. I didn't interrupt you. So as I was saying, once again, someone saying, which this is documented proof, that you have Chris Brown saying that he doesn't want dark-skinned, brown-skinned, dark-skinned, monoracial Black women in his spaces. He doesn't even want you around. If he has a VIP section, he says, no, get these women away from me. I don't even want them in my area. That is the problem. He can choose to date whoever he would like to. Now, in my opinion, if you're a thinking Black person, if you have a color preference, like you said, you have a color preference for dark skinned men, which a lot of women do, I would question any black woman that has that preference to think about why they have that preference. Because a lot of that preference is rooted in white tea supremacy. The fact that dark skin is viewed as more masculine and more strong, and that benefits men, but it is a negative to black women. So I would question that whole ideology that you have about preferring dark skinned men, because preferring a color complexion in your own community is already self-hating, to say the least. And that's at the very least. Then I wanted to also mention that what you mentioned about the hair and all the other things, you were being willfully obtuse on what the conversation was about. You sat there and said that good hair was straight hair. Your hair is straight. It lays down with water. We know where that comes from. And it doesn't come from any type of positive place. That is definitely a self-hating, ignorant place that you came from with that. We know what that means in a black community, that people say that people with finer hair, silkier hair, that is good hair. Somebody with 4C hair, somebody with kinkier hair, that is the bad hair. That's the hair that nobody wants. People want the finer, silkier hair. So the fact that you're even trying to pretend that you don't know that you said things that were extremely self-hating, I don't even know what to say to you. All I'm saying is this, is that your whole purpose and your whole thing and coming up here wasn't to help black women to understand that they don't need to look for Chris Brown for love and that he needs to have a preference. You heard that man's name and you came up here and you wanted to protect and defend him. Now, for me, that sounds very strange. When you said that you have a husband, why are you here trying to protect the man that you don't know, that would more than likely tell you to get out of his face? I don't know. That's something for between you and whenever you have conversations with yourself. But all I know is what will not be tolerated here is the lies. And people playing, you know what you said, you know why you said what you said, you know why you came up here. And beyond that, we can't have a more productive conversation, because respectfully, now I'm gonna tell y'all, I usually give black women a lot of grace. And y'all, anybody that comes to my lives, y'all already know that. But what I cannot tolerate is liars and people being willfully obtuse, and also black women that I truly feel are damaging to other black women. Like, you set black women up to honestly be taken advantage of. Now, I'm going to go ahead and block this Tammy Charles in here. If it's a rage bait room, Tammy, you don't have to worry about it anymore because you're blocked. Now you don't have to worry about getting enraged. So let's just keep going and move forward and actually talk about the prompt as far as trying to defend Chris Brown. Once again, if you know that the person that is the artist on the tour has a reputation for not respecting black women, why would you be surprised when the men that are associated with him, aka his DJ, aka his assistants or whoever, are also disrespectful to black women? That, I feel like that's crazy for you to be surprised by that. And also, I don't feel sorry for you. You got what you deserved. He embarrassed you. He put your black behind up on the main screen and they talked about your boobs. That's what you get. That's exactly what you get for going to a place where you know that the headliner doesn't respect or value black women. And once again, the best way to show anybody if they're valued is if you valued blackness or you valued black women, wouldn't you want to recreate that in your lineage? Or no? Like, so I wish that we would stop acting like we don't understand these things. But I'm gonna go down here to Anthea, and give Anthea a chance to speak. Go ahead, Anthea. Is that right? Is that right, sis?
Antia.
Anthea. Dang it. I'm sorry.
No, Antia. It's still the like Antia. It's not Antia, but it's Antia.
Anthea.
Yay! Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, but these women actually like extremely frustrate me because I don't understand why you don't get like these people like legit. They don't like you. They don't like you like that. Like, get that through your head. That's first of all, and
Oh, she might have got a phone call, you guys. Also, I just wanted to say this whole idea that Chris Brown only made a mistake or an error with Rihanna is also not rooted in any type of fact or logic or reality. This man has plenty of other assault cases where he has assaulted other people. He was just caught on, what is it, that CCTV over there in the UK, hitting someone upside the head with a bottle. This man was caught on camera. So I don't understand what y'all, and not to mention Frank Ocean, who he beat up, and a whole host of other people. So I don't understand why y'all act like this man is not a violent
You
individual.
sound mad, so I'm about to go. You're
Okay,
mad about
please go. You're a mammy. How about that, Marie? I wish that I would have respected you more, Marie, if you just came up here and said that you're a Chris Brown stan. That you don't have a husband, you don't have anybody, and you're sad that you don't have Right On Magazine anymore. If anybody remembers Right On Magazine, so that you could pull out Chris Brown's pictures and posters and put them up on your wall. I wish that you had just said that. I would have respected you way more if you just said that. If you just say, hey, I'm a Chris Brown stan. You talked about Chris Brown. I'm upset about it because I love him. I hope that one day he's able to overlook my blackness and give me an opportunity. Or I hope that I'm able to go to, Turkey or Colombia or something like that and make my features look more Blasian. So maybe he will give me an opportunity. Like, I would have respected it more if Marie said that. Then came up here with the BS. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on here? Black women going at other black women in defense of a Negro that thinks that he would say, what? Get this jigaboo away from me. What? The fact that y'all are mad at me in defense of a man that looks down on you for your blackness is wild. And it lets me know that there are some black women that are not able to be saved. That you will be a dummy, you will be a mammy, you will be a pick-me until the day you pass on from this earth. Because the last person that you should be going at against a black woman for is Chris Brown. Girl, this man donated money to Tory Lanez. Are you crazy? Anyway, keep going, Antia.
Hey, Antia. No,
Antia.
Antia. Yeah, Antia.
I
No,
still keep messing up. I'm just gonna call you A, because I can't do it. I keep messing up. I'm so sorry.
cool. That's fine by me. No, it's like it's extremely frustrating. Like, cause you genuinely see, you know it for a fact. There's been many times, even when it was in the UK, some of the clubs, like some of the girls weren't allowed in his section because they were dark skinned. And for me, to be honest, I was actually frustrated with them because it's like, bro, like, why are you trying to go in there anyway? Like, this guy does not like you like that. If he did, he probably would have a child with like a black woman. He didn't. Isn't he the one who had a child with a stripper or a porn artist or something? Like some weirdo shit. Like, and you're there still trying to participate in the whole sickness. I don't know. I feel like people just need to get over themselves. And also this whole thing about divesting, yeah, it's cool and whatever. But then also don't make that the be all and end all to say like, okay, yeah, these men will prefer you more. No, they don't. Like, everyone's just fetishizing you guys. Can we just relax? Yeah. Yeah, I was just frustrated about that. Thank you. I'm out now.
All right, no problem, sis. All right, let me go over here to Supervillain. Did you have anything to say, sis? I know it was a lot that occurred. I don't know if you had something to say or not.
I definitely have a lot to say, but I just want. The thing is, and she kind of proved the point of the prompt. Black women's desperation is known to the world. We, on multiple occasions, you, in the comment sections, was trying to let her know that the conversation was about holding black women accountable for the weird behavior. And she wanted to make the conversation about Chris Brown so bad. We kept telling her, we understand it's not about his preference. It's that black women, specifically dark-skinned black women, are choosing to still entertain him when he clearly hates them. But she wanted to make the conversation about Chris Brown so bad. That is the desperation. We're not even talking about that. And you're caping for a man we're not even having an argument about. We're talking about holding other black women accountable. This is that desperation weirdo shit. And that good hair comment let me know all I need to know. She might be a dark-skinned black woman with looser texture hair and think, oh, well, I'm going to defend him because he's not talking about me. I'm not that type of dark-skinned woman. And I think that's a pathology in us black women in general. We like to other ourselves if there might be one or two differences. And I'm going to explain something to y'all. They don't care. As long as you are black or have less proximity to whiteness, you black to them. It doesn't matter. But my thing, what I was saying earlier is I do see the confusion a little bit, Trig, because they get non-black women in blackface. They're always getting the black, I don't even know how to put it. They're always like getting the non-black women in black font. It's never the non-black women who stick to their culture. And that's the weird thing about it. And that's why I was telling black women, it is even culture. They don't even hate black culture. They just hate that your skin is not white or has less proximity to whiteness. I don't know how we're ever going to get over this. I always say is we can't start with the women who are grown already. We have to start with the children. We have to do a serious anti-pick-meism, or self-love campaign with the little girls because this is what they're turning into. They're turning into the Maries. What are we going to do to affect the children? Because at this point, grown ass women, they're already gone. Look, we couldn't even have the conversation. We had to take a 10-minute detour and she still didn't get the point. I wanted to ask her, what does she actually think about the black woman's behavior at the concert?
You
We
know,
couldn't even get to it.
I was thinking, like, while you were talking, I wanted to say this is that I think that, people try to put certain things onto black women that literally everybody else does, whether it's wrong or right. Like, and I'll tell y'all what I mean by that. Like, she tried to say, like, well, I guess essentially, why wouldn't black women support Chris Brown, even though maybe he doesn't like them? Or, he has a disdain for darker skinned black women. And I want people to understand that this is something that is prevalent in every group across the globe, is that there are people that get mad if they have, supported you and they find out that that person doesn't prefer their own people. It happens with white tea people. It happens with Asian people. It happens with all demographics of people. And people like to oftentimes put this type of behavior just on black women. But if you think about Kayla Nicole, if y'all know the black woman that dated Travis Kelce, who is now engaged to Taylor Swift, black men were very upset that that beautiful black woman was dating a white tea man, even when she was actually actively dating him. Because I remember when they were actually together, black men were always say all type of crazy things underneath her posts, underneath news articles. Black men were in their feelings. Oh, we're not going to support you. Look at you with this white man, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now that she's been gone away from Travis Kelce for years now, black men still want her to pay. I saw black men sharing the Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift engagement and tagging that poor woman in it. So my thing is that why is it that if black women were to say, hey, if you don't love us at all, like us, you would never give us a time or opportunity, what do we look like sitting there putting you on a pedestal, talking about how fine you are? I don't think he's fine. I'm just saying this is what black women are saying how fine he is, how talented he is, how this and that he is, when he would never do that for black women. I don't see anything wrong with that, even if that was the case. Because literally everyone does that. Seriously, it's so bad with white tea men that if they find out white tea women have been messing with a whole lot of black men, they don't even entertain her anymore. She's gone. She's considered for the streets now. Now she's got to just be with the black men because they don't want anything to do with her. I watched the whole documentary on corn where they talked about if a corn star, a white tea woman corn star, does interracial films, that white tea men will not support that woman anymore They will not blow her up. She will not make as much money as she used to because the white tea men think that she's tainted. So the white tea women that only do corn with white tea men make the most money. So I have no idea why we're acting like these things aren't prevalent in every demographic. But beyond that, I just feel like if a black man and I didn't realize that Chris Brown was interracial until like today, or that he was biracial, excuse me, until today when I looked it up and it said that he has a black daddy and the mother is either Filipina or like Indian or something like that. Like because there were different sites that one called her Filipina, another one called her like I guess indigenous or whatever. I want to use the proper word, so I'm not for sure. I didn't know that. But even outside of that, the fact is that black women putting this man up on a pedestal, this biracial man on a pedestal that will never put them on a pedestal, is self-hating and desperate at the very least. Period. You lusting after, yelling and screaming at, fighting for, going at other black women for this man is strange. And what the whole purpose of the live was simply to talk about the desperation of black women. And that is the reason why black women will never get any respect, because black women are quick to throw their money, their time, their attention, even their draws at a man that says one thing positive. He doesn't even have to say it. I remember it was just recently a white tea man just said, "Oh, I think black women are cute." Next thing you know, black women are blowing up this man's page, throwing their draws at him. "Oh, do you like black women?" Posting all of these inappropriate memes in the chat. It's like, what is going on? All I'm trying to say is that when black women act this desperate, what it does is it creates a space for black women to be taken advantage of. Because at this point, the desperation of the collective of black women for kind words, or also to live in delusion about men that don't like them, it's known to the world at this point. Black women, everybody knows that you don't even gotta like black women, and black women gonna support you. They can have never looked at a black woman's way, never said nothing positive, but here go black women tripping over themselves. That's embarrassing, and we've got to do better, period, because it makes us like a walking lick. Seriously. And my thing is, it doesn't matter how much you uplift these men, these biracial men, these black men. They will never prize you. You will never be the prize. You will never be uplifted. You will never be the girl of their dreams. You will never be the fantasy. It will never be you. And you will sit there uplifting a man who doesn't even think you're worthy of anything at all. And that is crazy to me. And like I said, it's beyond Chris Brown. All I'm saying is that I'm going to say this one thing, last thing. A black woman, a dark-skinned black woman who was plus size, going to a Chris Brown concert and being shocked that she's been disrespected by this man's DJ, and other black women acting like they are shocked, is nothing less than pure insanity. Like, I'm really mean it. You need your freaking head checked. If you thought anything about Chris Brown gave loving and protecting black women, that was a safe space for you, other than a cash grab for him, you're a delusional nut. And that's really all I have to say to you. It's literally nuts. But let me let somebody else speak. I think somebody just sent a request up here, P. So you can go ahead, P. Let me start your timer.
You got an old broom because the web is just wait. Want me to use this one
You there, P?
or no?
No,
Which
I
one?
don't think that she knows that she requested up. Okay. Let me see. Supervillain, did you have anything else to say, sis? I don't know. This is like really draining. Anytime like I'm really faced with like the true like sickness of black women, it actually makes me like depressed. Because, because of my circle, I be having this dream and fantasy that like most black women like really stand on business, but I don't know. It's just so upsetting to see that that's not the truth. Yeah.
I'm going to say this first. The fact that you still on the 50-50 is so funny to me. I think because we're in this, you know what? Because we're in this concentrated space, right? We often run, even though we have our differences on the main topics, we usually agree and things like that. But it's every once in a while when you have a topic that draws in the, I want to say, undesirables, the pick me women, and we realize we got a lot of work to do because we stay in our own spaces. We don't realize we're in a comfortable 30 space, but there's a whole 70 out there definitely undoing the work that we're doing. So that's one thing. We got to recognize that there is a lot of work to be done. We also got, and Trick, I know you feel it in your heart, or you're at least starting to realize it. We ain't gonna be able to save everybody. It's gonna be plenty of Maries that gonna come around, and we gonna try. And everybody they just not gonna be saved. They just not gonna be able to make it, and that's okay. All we can do is spread the information, and whatever they do with it, it's their prerogative. But we can never say that we did not. Let me tell you something. No one can ever say you didn't try to spread the message. Okay, so always feel okay about that. Some just aren't going to make it. I'm going to say this, as exhausting as that was, I still love me some black women, baby. Let me tell you something. Like, again, from the most stubborn black woman to the most agreeable, from the nicest to the meanest, from the smartest to the dumbest, I love me some black women. Let me tell you. And although that was exhaustive, that just gives me the motivation to come back tomorrow and spread more of the word and save more black women. If you feel that little tinkle in your heart, black women, that is me reaching out and giving you your hug. I love you no matter what. I'm going to say, except for the pick me women who are harmful to other women and children. But as a collective, I love me some black women. Again, if you feel that tinkle in your heart, that's me reaching out, spreading love. I want y'all to tap up the screen. This is a difficult thing that Trick does. She is doing Mother Nature's work. Y'all got to show appreciation. It's free. Tap up the screen. Trick, as usual, I'm going to thank you for the space. We have some rough rides, but this is the one place in TikTok where we can be us, no matter how rough the ride is. I want to thank you. And I'm going to yield there. Y'all have a great rest of your day.
All right, all right, all right. I appreciate you, super villain. And I just wanted to say that all I want is for black women to not be taken advantage of. There are people that know how much black women pour into others. People know that black women, soon as black women jump on a man or something and start talking about he's fly, or they like him, or he has something of value, that the world starts paying attention. And any black male celebrity that you know that has reached any type of mainstream success has only reached it because of the uplifting of black women. And that's a fact. And so my thing is that I don't like to see black women taken advantage of, black men that want to come around, or biracial men that come around to be uplifted by us, to take from us, to have us pour into them, knowing that they would never do the same for us. They would never choose us. They would never love us. They would never protect us. They would never defend us. They would never respect us. And that is what I want black women to understand, that we have got to stop supporting and uplifting men that do not care about us as a collective. Why would you put money in that person's pocket? Why would you give that man clout or social collateral with that is built on our love and adoration? You know, and like I said before, I know that it's starting to get out of hand, the desperation of black women, because I see more non-black men that I know do not like black women pandering to black women. I saw a man from an Indian man from India pandering to black women, and I know for a fact he did not like black women at all. I tried to tell the black women under the comments, like, why are y'all acting like this towards this man? This man does not like black women. A couple months later, what does he pop out with? His white tee girlfriend. And black women were so busy going crazy because this man said one positive thing about black women. I just want black women to stop putting themselves in that position because the desperation is so widespread now that other races can see it and realize that, oh, you know what? I can use those women's desperation as a step stool. I can use it to make money. I can use it to pay my rent. I can use it to get a car. I can use it to build a following on social media. I can use black women's desperation. It's literally like money. It's like a debit card that you can use anywhere in the world and actually buy things with it. But anyway, I don't have anything else to say right now, y'all, because this was just too much for me. So I'm gonna end the live, and I just wanted to say I appreciate Supervillain for coming up and talking to Marie because Marie was like literally a psychopath, like honestly, and so was the other girl. What her name was, EXO something, also a delusional nut job. The fact that this girl, she had on like a like the Muslim head scarf. I don't know why that just but my mind is just blank right now at this time. I know that there's a proper term for that, and I don't want to be rude and I say it. I can't even hijab. Man, thank you. I don't know why my mind went blank. She had on a hijab and she was a dark-skinned black woman. Like, do you honestly believe that Chris Brown really likes you and needs your defense and protection? Do you think that he would protect you if somebody were Islamophobic? I don't think so, ma'am. So it's just crazy. The very demographic that defends Chris Brown the most is the demographic that he cares about the least. And I find that to be crazy. But anyway, like I said, I try to hold on to the 50-50, but I think that after today, I'm going to have to reduce it to 40. Okay? It's got to be 60-40 because now I'm seeing that it's way more, way more. It's more. Before I get out of here, somebody sent a request to get in the box. I'll let you speak and then, oh no, I guess they didn't mean to. All right, you guys, I love y'all. If you're a black woman, you're listening to this and you're sane. You're listening to this and you're sane. I'm sending you nothing but love, light, and positivity. Even if you're insane, I hope that you find your sanity. But anyway, I love y'all, and I might come back today with another topic, but I doubt it. If anything, I'll come back tomorrow. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Once again, thanks to Antia. Man, I hope I said that right this time. I said I wasn't gonna say it again, but Antia, if you're here, thank you so much for coming. And Supervillain, thanks so much for coming. And to the Miss Chrissy Baby too. Miss Chrissy Baby too. She came up too. I know that it was probably stressful for Miss Chrissy Baby too, because that was crazy. That was wild. And even to the two ladies, I appreciate Marie and also XOXO because I constantly talk about the fact that there are women that are crazy like that. And I'm just glad that you guys could see it. So it's not just me saying it. All right. All right. I'll see y'all later. Love y'all. Bye-bye.